Listening to PM Tonga with John Pulu.
Ho eke haamata pule malo e tau mau e whiawheni kakai whanua. You are still with PM in Tonga. It's now 5:35 p.m. for us here in Taumaki Makaurau, Aotearoa, Nu'usila. To everyone tuning in from the different parts of Aotearoa, we hope you're enjoying the program. And if you're just tuning in from outside of Aotearoa, different parts of the globe, now mai, haere mai, you are with Radio 531 PI. Ho eke pia mai ka inga, to the arts now to talk more about this, not an exhibition, I guess it is an exhibition of our beautiful Tongan arts. We have the lovely Mosiana Webster here to talk about Kafa, which is a development show that she created. It was Mosiana's work, Vast, originally created for the Nest Street Style Solo Dance Festival as a realization of Webster's dream to combine Krump with traditional Tongan movements. It's happening right now, this lovely performance at the Basement Theatre here in Auckland, or Tāmaki Makaurau. And Mosiana joins us right now. Mosiana, ma loilele, and welcome to our Polokalama.
Hello, JP. Thank you for having me.
Tell us more about Kafa. How did you come about creating this idea? Because as us Tongans, we know Kafa is the Senate rope, or what we use to hold the ta'ovala. But tell me about how you're using it in your field.
So me and another person who's also in my cast, Gabriel Halatoa, we were talking. He was also part of my show Vast for Nest. We were talking and we were debating and conversating about our Tongan people. There's not enough artists. We do have artists and they're floating around, but there's not enough spaces for our artists to come through and show who we are as a people, especially living in New Zealand. And so we came up with this idea, oh, what if we created a show and the name of it was called Kafa? And I was like, yeah, because when like someone in our family dies, you gosi your ulu and then you fear into the kafa.
Yes.
And then we were talking more and we realized that it's a timeline of our ancestors, because not only does our hair get attached to it, but it's all our past family members that have passed, all their hair links towards our hair. So I thought it was really beautiful. So the show as a whole is about not forgetting that even though we live here in New Zealand, we're still always connected with our family members that have passed, and they're still holding us up, reasoning, Kafa, holding the ta'awala, always holding us up,
That's
always with us.
beautiful, beautiful. Apito ai whakakaukau me whakatuutu koe ni ai ngā ki koe ni a hingoa kafa. Because I guess traditionally, we use the coconut husk as the way to use the kafa, but human hair is also another, I guess it's another material that people use. And I love that thinking because it's different what you're adding here. He ko waipe ni, we have that at home as well, waipe human hair that we use as kafa, but what an incredible idea to weave it into this. You see what I did there? Thank you. No one was clapping, but that's okay. Weave it into this performance style. So this is a dance that you're doing, or movement. Can you tell us more?
So we do have little bits of physical theatre. We do have acting pieces in it as well, portraying the whole getting ready for a special Tongan event that's happening within the family.
Cool, yeah.
Stuff like that. Also explains the kafa and what it's for and why it's so important. There's also us as this generation learning Tongan taulunga at such a young age, and then growing up, and some of us going into different avenues of dance, but realizing that it's always important to remember where you came from and always going back, because no matter who we are and how much we grow, our childhood, our blood, it never changes. So the whole concept of this is branching out, but always remembering to come back And it's always important to come back because without our past people as well, we wouldn't be who we are today. So yeah.
Oku Māori au pito e whakakaukau ko ni e Mosiana, because I know you're an incredible dancer. I've seen your work, and I'm so happy that you're still continuing on with this art form. But tell me about, how does one go from crumping to traditional dance? Tell me about your process. Is that a part of this production?
So there is Krump involved in this piece. There's also Vogue involved as well. I didn't mesh the styles in with Tauranga for this project only because I wanted everyone to see um, the importance of of um, traditional Tongan dance and how important it is to us as a cast. Um, but I do have two Tauranga pieces that I learnt when I was a child from my uncle. Um, and there's a specific one that's really, really special to me, and it reminds me of my grandmother. It always hits the it always hits
Oh,
the heart.
cool, yeah.
Only because I know if she were alive, she didn't want me to do Krump at all when I was growing up. She was like, no voy api, ha for alo of Krump. And I was like, Grandma, please. And she's like, no, not for. And I was like, oh, but my grandma eventually let me do it. And I know that she always wanted me to be the girl, the lady like Tongan, you know,
Graceful movements and very
soft.
subtle, and
Yeah, very subtle, but
which
I
is
think
the opposite of Krump, tulo,
it's
which
the
is
complete
very
opposite.
a lot of
Hard,
iyo,
technical.
intense
um,
movements, eh?
yeah, but with um, I feel doing the Staulunga, it's paying tribute to my grandmother, and I also have my grandfather's mother, who I'm named after. Her lullaby is also in the piece as well, and it has
Wow.
the traditional Tongan flute in it too. So there's just little aspects of our Tongan culture um, in the show, which I think every Tongan in New Zealand that's been brought up in the Tongan way will understand and be like, yes, I know exactly what you guys are doing.
That's
But
interesting.
yeah,
Ko ia. Tau te whito ki he whiohi aiongo, mo ui koe ni, mo ui whaka nusila, mo ui whakatonga, and how that comes together. So this is your take of your views of how these two, I guess, nations or countries and cultures meet. It's on right now at the Basement Theatre. Aia kamata ane fiafi? Was it your opening
yeah.
night?
It was my opening last night. We had our families, friends come and watch, and I tell you the amount of laughter that was happening within the show. Um, the number one motto we've used is if you want a kata, come watch Kafa.
I like that. It's catchy.
It's this show, I think for us cast members, it's very important, especially having oh, you were born in New Zealand, you're not Tongan enough, and then going to Tonga and oh, you were born in New Zealand, you're
Yeah,
not
I see.
like that
So
whole
where do you
like back
fit?
and forth.
Go here.
Yeah. So it's just, this play, there's a lot of laughter. There are moments where you can feel the Tongan ancestors coming through. And there's parts where it's just fun, and then you watch the movement. It's really amazing. I Not to toot my own horn, but
No, you go, girl. That's your show. Of course, go for it. And speaking of celebrating your work, how can people watch the show, and how long is the season, or how many nights are you performing or putting on the production at the Basement Theatre?
So we do have 4 more nights, tonight included. So tonight, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. You can buy tickets on iTicket and you just type in Kafa. The prices, I wanted the prices to be affordable for our people. So it's you choose. It can range from $8 to $100, but it's completely up to you. If you just want to pay 8 banga, you can pay your 8 banga and come watch the show and have a kata. But yeah, yeah.
Cool, yeah. Well, congratulations. As they say in your field, break a leg. All the best with, well, not physically, of course, we're speaking metaphorically, but it brings back the thinking, taure whātonga kawha taha. So you're providing this platform where you show unity and, from your perspective of your experience with, the two cultures here. And it'll be a very marvelous production. So check it out. It's iTicket, eh? Is it where people can find out the details?
Yeah, iTicket, and you just type in Kafa and it'll come up and you can click onto whichever night you want to watch. It's from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, so it's only a 1 hour show. Just because I know that some people don't want to sit there and there's more. So it's to the point, but there's it's really, really wholesome. So whakalata. So yeah, feel free, come watch. Yeah.
Congratulations, Mosiana, malo e ngawelele, and also thank you for acknowledging your Tongan connection. And may the viewers and audience enjoy it and take away, a beautiful experience from the Kafa production. Ofalahi atu sis, malo pite si kaumai he
Thank
polo
you.
kalama. Hoi ki pamo e kakai whanua na motoki mea mai ki a Mosiana Webster. iTicket is where you can find the details to watch her production. Tongan Story, Kafa, check it out. And you can watch back our interview on our PMN Tonga Facebook page where you can see the lovely Mosiana and also get the details in case you missed it about the production that's happening at the Basement Theatre. Koe